little earlier than we expected for mosquitoes. So.
Well, welcome to our meeting, and if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself, and then you can proceed with your...
Sure. I'm Tony Alvarado. I'm the new Mosquito-Born Disease Control Coordinator at Lebanon County Conservation District. I also coordinate Lancaster County's mosquito program. I started last year. June 1st will actually be my full year here in my position, but I'd recently graduated from Cornell with my master's in entomology, so it's a good fit for me to coordinate my first mosquito program. So today I just wanted to give an update on the tire collection that we had and any new program happenings and sort of an outlook for this season and looking back on last season. So with the tire collection we had last Wednesday, we collected a total of 2,655 auto tires and 67 oversized tires, which is well above our average of 2,547 tires from 2018 to 2023. Those are the numbers that I could find. So we did a pretty good job, and it flowed pretty smoothly for my first one. We were pretty happy with those numbers. And new program happenings. I started a Triple E surveillance program at Swatara State Park, and so Triple E is an alpha virus. It's Eastern equine encephalitis virus. It's spread by Culicidum mosquitoes, which like acidic boggy habitat, which I couldn't find anywhere in Lebanon County except at this one area that I have found on Google Images in Swatara State Park, and you collect them with resting boxes, which are basically like black and red boxes that the mosquitoes will go towards. They'll rest, and you suck them out with like an aspirator the next morning. So I started that. We have a new revamped website with a surveillance dashboard that's updated weekly. And so when I first got into my position, I just felt like the website wasn't there. And I feel like a lot of the data that we collected in the past wasn't, disseminated to the public well. And this is a public program. We're here to protect residents from West Nile virus, and I wanted some clear way to get sort of our data and just to show the public what we're doing. And so we have a dashboard that every week shows how many mosquito traps we set across the county, the number of mosquito pools that are tested for West Nile virus, and the number of mosquito pools that come back positive for West Nile virus. So I implemented that last year. If you go to the Conservation District's website, you can go to the Mosquito-Born disease section, check it out. I encourage you to look at it. I worked pretty hard on that last year. And I also implemented a catch basin pre-treatment program that we use. I was gonna bring my iPad, but I forgot that you can't actually use it. But I have sort of every catch basin in the city on the iPad that the technician can go and figure out which ones are holding water, which ones we can treat for mosquitoes. Because in Lebanon City especially, a lot of the catch basins get clogged, and that's where a lot of the mosquitoes are breeding. The Culex mosquitoes, they prefer that like stinky, polluted water. So I have that outlook for this season. April started out pretty warm, so the state kind of reached out to all the counties that potentially could be ready to start surveillance, and so we started in April already. We didn't really get that many mosquitoes, but we did find Culex mosquitoes, which are the vectors of West Nile virus, which is an anomaly. You usually don't really get them in April, but we did find some. So we did start trapping earlier than normal. As you can see, this past week has been pretty rainy, so we had a lot of rain, but the weather has been cold, and so we haven't found that many mosquitoes this week, which is good. It's going to start warming up, so next week we're definitely going to continue our surveillance and control as necessary. Last year in Lebanon County, it was a pretty bad year for West Nile virus. So let me pull up my numbers real quick. So in Lebanon County, we had 186. We set 352 gravid traps throughout the summer, and 186 of those were positive. We had, during this 52 grab traps, we had 186 mosquito pools that came back positive for West Nile virus. And so we had quite a few truck sprays that we did throughout the county, which usually we don't have to do any, or we have like one, but I think we had 4 last year throughout the county. So we were pretty busy. And just as a comparison, in 2018, that was one of the worst years in the state of Pennsylvania. There were 110 positive pools that year. So last year we had 186 positive pools. So it was pretty bad, but we didn't have any human infections, which made me really happy. Just shows that our hard work definitely paid off in protecting residents. So yeah, that's all I have here. I have I've made some booklets that you can find on our website. I made a mosquito activity book, which we go to we table at a lot of events as well. This one's about our program and sort of what West Nile virus is and how to prevent it and different mosquitoes, what they transmit, insect repellents. This is just the activity book that kids or adults can fill out, crosswords, word searches, mazes, and things like that. So, yeah.
Congratulations, by the way, on getting your master's. What did I miss the entire update?
In the beginning yet?
Yeah,
Yes.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Want to give the numbers?
Yes.
Again?
So 2,655 auto tires and 67 oversized tires.
Thank you. Yeah. Totally
So-
missed that.
May I ask a related question, but not on this?
No.
I'm curious about your tattoo. How does that tie in?
So I have a bunch of insect tattoos, and
I only saw the one.
so I love insects. And actually, I just got these yesterday, so that is why there's
Oh.
stuff on them right now, and they look
Okay.
pretty black.
I mean, that's expected of an entomologist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually use this for education a lot. The amount of times people are like, they're like, "What tick is that?" And this is a Lone Star tick, so I'm able to tell them, prevention things.
What else?
So I have a Lone Star tick, a mosquito, a flea, a bed bug, kissing bug, which is what my master's research was on, body louse or head louse, and a giant Amazonian centipede. So,
Oh my gosh. I couldn't help but notice them. And, I think you just beat, I don't remember the gentleman's name that used to be here years ago.
Phil.
But Phil? He had a little puppet. You just beat the puppet. You had, for your demonstration, it's tattooed on your arm. You
Exactly.
won't forget it.
Exactly.
He'd forget his puppet once in a while.
I can't forget these. Can't forget these.
I love it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Anything else about related to his?
Thank you for your work.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Like I said, he's a spark plug.
Commitment.
Just really energetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love what I do. It's definitely a rewarding career, and it's what I studied in grad school. I love insects. A lot of them, unfortunately, do transmit diseases. I'm a fan of insects and conservation, but I do believe in some control of the disease vectors as necessary. Unfortunately, a lot of humans have created more mosquito habitats around them, and so it takes some human intervention to control some bugs.
Thank you. And good luck in Lancaster County as well. That's
Thank you.
A lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
One final question. I know the county contributes $3,000 toward the tire collection. What is the overall cost? I'm not sure if I've ever known that.
County provides 4,000, and the overall cost this year was actually way more than we expected because they provided help for us. So it costed us in total with the reserving the expo center about $16,000.
Okay, so $4,000 from the county. What did you end up with from municipalities?
We ended up with, hold on, I have my laptop. It was roughly, with that, we roughly made about 15,000, so probably 11,000 about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you nearly covered it.
Nearly, yeah,
Good.
yeah, a little bit under, but yeah.
And then some people had to pay.
Yes.
Like for the oversized tires and so on, probably. Well, no, you're allowed one oversized.
You're allowed one oversized, this year. Yeah, so next year we're actually thinking about, so we have, how we do it is $4 per auto tire and then $40 per oversized tire. I think next year we're going to do like a medium-sized tire because a lot of people brought sort of tires that weren't 25, didn't have a rim diameter of 25 inches or greater. And I think it kind of like, we never did that before, so I don't know how it worked in the past, but I think that would be helpful for us.
So a dump truck tire, for example, would
Yeah.
be the in between.
Yeah.
An auto tire, and then you have the equipment
Tractor
tire.
tires.
Yeah.
And then there's one in between that has your 25-inch or less rim size, but the tire itself is much bigger.
Right. So it just doesn't make sense to charge that dump truck tire is like the same amount as a small auto tire. You know what I mean? But
I'm glad I got mine in this year.
I know. So they never done a medium-sized tire before, so I think that's something
probably a good idea.
Yeah, new for next year that I'll think about. But plenty of ideas and things to go off of.
Tom, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
We have a question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, two questions.
Mhm.
That number from 2017, 2018, 2,400 and how many?
1 second.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Sorry, lots of notes.
No problem.
In 2018, 110 positive pools, and then last year we had 186.
No, I meant
Oh.
the total number of tires you collected in 2017, 2018. You said 2,400 and something.
2655.
That was this program.
So yeah, this year we had 2655 auto tires,
Last year?
and last year we had, I didn't split it into auto and oversized, but in total last year we had 3,000. Last year was our highest that we've ever had. We had 3,208 tires. The year before that, in 2021, 2,380. In 2020, 2,460. 2019, 2,322. And in 2018, we had 2,190. So in total this year, we had 2,722, which was
Tony, can you talk a little bit about how that's advertised? Because,
Mhm.
you know, I know Facebook is a big way to get the word out, and the municipalities will put it in their monthly or quarterly or whatever newsletters they send out. But, and I don't know if
I didn't get anything.
if you notify the media, they might get the word out. But I have always had people saying, well, we didn't know about it till that morning because we'll do a live stream from there. But yeah, somehow if you could expand that without costing you money, it's just a suggestion.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we I emailed, I don't know, I emailed a couple of people from newspapers. I didn't hear back from them, but we did. The Lebanon Refuse Authority gave us their advertisement space, and we were able to put our Lebanon tire collection thing in there with our QR code, so it took them directly to our survey.
That's wonderful.
This year, that was new. So yeah, I was very happy that they allowed us to have that. So every week we had that advertisement in. But yeah, someone had recommended sending out like postcards to
that's expensive.
That would not
But
work.
if you can, email Laura at WLBR, she'll get it on the air for you.
Yeah, I'll do that for next year. Sweet, thank you. What else? Also another idea is like to get the word out. I thought maybe having municipalities put the advertisement on the back of like utility bills that they send out, so that they're saving. Like they're sending out the bills anyways, and they could maybe just put a little advertisement on them when they go out to residents or something like that. But yeah.
I think you guys are doing an awesome job. Don't take that as a criticism, really.
No, yeah.
I mean,
Thank you.
boom, boom, boom. You project after project. The plant sale and this.
April was a busy
And,
month.
oh my goodness, you guys are just so busy.
Yeah, April was
What a
very busy.
teamwork you have going on.
Yeah, it's not, and we all help out with each other's events, which is really
Yeah, the Envirothon, one after the other.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, thank
I
you.
want to make a correction on the agenda. His last name is misspelled. It's Alvarado. For you guys who might rely on the agenda there, so apologize for that.
Would you spell your last name, please?
Alvarado.
Got it.
Thank you.
You got it. You spelled it right.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Mhm.